to the next bout in the light heavyweight division. Jake Heun taking on Davin Clark. Heun, 27 years of age, 6'2", weighed in just over 205 pounds. His reach, 76 inches. His opponent, Davin Clark, 32 years of age, also 6'2". He weighed in 202 pounds, and he has a 75-inch reach. For the official fighter introductions, we get ready to set it inside the cage, but this should be a great one. 3 rounds scheduled in the light heavyweight division.
Fight on the preliminary card is brought to you by Sand Nutrition. We are scheduled for 3 rounds in the World Series of Fighting light heavyweight division. And now, fighting out of the blue corner, his record stands with 5 victories, 2 defeats, and 2 draws. Standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 202 pounds, fighting out of San Jose, California, making his World Series of Fighting debut tonight, introducing Relentless Davin Clark. And now, across the Decagon, fighting out of the red corner, his professional record sits with 7 victories, 4 defeats. Also standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 206 pounds, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Palmer, Alaska, presenting Jake the Honey Bear Heun. Referee for this fight is Steve Mazzagatti.
The lovely Emily Miller getting things started here in this bout, scheduled for 3 in the light heavyweight division with Steve Mazzagatti in charge.
All right, here we go. Now bring it on, come on.
So you got Relentless and you got the Honey Bear doing battle inside the cage tonight in Las Vegas.
Wow.
For the Honey Badger, but the Honey Bear.
I love that nickname, though. The next one's going to be Gummy Bear.
Boy, look at Jake Heun, 202 pounds. He looks like he could play safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
Thick young man, ready to go. And Davin Clark, Relentless.
Oh, nice little counter there. Short
Nice pacing.
Boom. Jab for the stiff one. Mr. Relentless. But that's AKA right there, all striking.
2 very well-respected camps. Clark coming out of AKA, American Kickboxing Academy, and of course Jake Heun out of ATT, American Top Team out of Coconut Creek, Florida. Wow, oh mercy! Davin Clark picked that leg out of the air and threw Heun to the canvas.
And he was smart. He said, no, I'm not going to go down with the guy who has 5 submission victories.
Good pace early on, and also the responsibility of these guys to get the fans all fired up, because we've got a great card coming up live, 7:30 Eastern on NBCSN, and I think the fans are going to need a whole lot of motivation to see what we got on tap tonight with 2 belts on the line.
Oh, it's been a short night here, the prelims.
Yeah, submission fest.
Yep.
Quick jabs coming from Heun, getting on the inside. Davin Clark.
It's smart to throw one short and then one longer one. Thinking he's safe, but then he's not. That's very smart.
Boy, Heun looks like he has some good power in both hands. As we mentioned, taking the fight on a 10-day notice, and he's already ready to fight.
Oh, I like that.
But Heun is coming off a loss to Clifford Starks for WSOF 19. Good action coming from both fighters here in round number 1.
If you want to hit somebody with a straight to the body, set it up with a left hook to the head. I guarantee you 9 out of 10 times you nail it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Try it out in sparring. If you spar yourself at home, left hook to the head, right straight to the body. Trust me on that one. And if one of them is a southpaw, both can do it. Only, of course, the southpaw is to the right hook and the left straight to the body. Oh, yeah, he loaded up.
Wow.
He shouldn't have done that. He got countered. He's showing now that he's going to attack, which is not a good thing to do, of course. Ooh, that was on the elbow. Oh, nice. Left hand.
Davin Clark loading up that left, looking for the chin of Jake Heun.
He was shaking that arm. I wonder if that's maybe from the kick, because he got kicked really hard. Yeah, he's got to go out or follow it up with the right straight. He's got to watch out for Clark. He's got great counters,
Yeah,
Clark.
he gets to the inside quickly. When he comes in, boss, he is throwing some good combinations. So Jake Heun trying to keep the pace up. Look at Davin Clark. I don't think he's breathing heavy. The mouth closed, just inching forward, bobbing the head.
Taking his time, knowing he has 3 rounds to land just one really solid blow.
It's Jake Heun that's looking for the first takedown. Beautiful sprawl coming from Davin Clark up against the cage. Nothing happening there.
Very nicely done. Got to go away from the cage. He's got to skip his hips out now to the left. And then he might escape there underneath the armpit. Preferably you can do it better with an underhook instead of a whizzer, but you can still do it. Good hand movement right away from Clark. Oh, body head. You see?
Davin Clark's got some nice striking.
Simplicity like that, I love that. I say it so many times to my students. Look at that check hook. That was beautiful.
Clark just stepping out of the way and throwing Heun aside. Coming up on 18 seconds to go in this first round. This one's scheduled for 3.
Now, even when he throws the jab, he stays there. He doesn't go in and out. So that's, of course, a nice little invite for that right hand. The right hook counter.
Ooh. And at the horn, an explosive first round comes to a conclusion with Davin Clark just missing on that big left hand. Jake Heun finding the perfect time to duck this one out.
Grab this.
Wow.
Right? Nice and relaxed. Take nice in the water. Hey, I need you to relax, do what you're doing. What's the key thing here? Being offensive. Now, if you can feel you can go to the body and the leg, go ahead. Don't always go to the top anymore, okay?
Hey, but mix your punches and kicks together. Yes, sir. Because he's seeing the kicks because you're kicking only by itself.
Yes.
Mix them together.
There we go.
I need that circular motion too, okay? Because he comes in, you're doing beautiful.
Put him on the wall, you know what I mean? Yeah. If you're feeling that. You let him get confident. Don't let him come in. Work your series. Put your jabs in the kicks together. Okay? Don't slug. Be smart. He's not coming at you. He doesn't want none of it. Be smart. Come on, baby. Breathe and work, man. Let's go.
Boss, you like the advice coming out of both corners?
Yes, I do. I do. You know, to Clark, they said, watch out with the single kicks. That's what I always say. Well, he didn't call it a single kick, but he said, set it up. You know, use striking. Blend them in there. Because your opponent starts seeing them.
So adjustments made after 1 round here in the light heavyweight division. Jake Heun rocking the modified mohawk, taking on Davin Clark. Boss, looking back to round number 1, who would you give the advantage to?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I would say Clark, he hit the bigger shots. Heun landed a really nice right hand to the body though as well, but the crisper striking comes from Clark. That's a nice outside low kick. Still had power on it.
Well, you see Davin Clark giving a little bit of a flinch, shielding the shoulders, giving him a little bit of a fake.
Yeah, which is always a smart thing to do. Not a lot of guys do that. I like that also, that combination. Preferably you want to do that when somebody has his back against the wall, to defend in this case. So he can't move backwards. That's a nice powerful kick. And even if it's on the defense, doesn't really matter. You might get inside the opponent's head. It's a hard kick, he's going to think about it.
Are those kicks that are coming from Davin Clark, are they setup kicks? Do you think he's setting up for something big later on?
Well, you know, most of the time that works when it connected.
Right.
And kicks to the midsection is most of the time, or your Mirko Krokop, it's not a setup. Most of the time it's either when you kick low a few times and then go for high.
And we've seen this now on 3 occasions where Jake Heun goes for the kick in the midsection. Davin Clark uses that quickness, traps the leg against his side of his body, and just pulls him to the ground on a beautiful modified takedown.
The kick, it's a big lag. That's why I always say this, watch out with it, you know, and instead of grabbing, he can also counter it. So, oh, that was Heavy left.
Are you surprised that Davin Clark has had success catching that leg and dropping Jake Heun to the canvas, but he's not jumping down and trying to get the fight to the canvas?
Yeah, no, he's just doing that to throw him out of his game, and it's really annoying if you fall on your back, you fall a little weird, flat on your back, you know, it stresses your lungs out, and that's the reason he's doing it. He's not going to go down with a guy who has like a lot of submission victories. 5. When knowing that he's better on his feet. And don't get me wrong, you know, you don't want to get hit by Heun.
Right.
Because he's got some power.
Loaded up, no question about it. The kick's coming now from Davin Clark as Jake Heun looking for an opening, trying to score some big points on Clark, who continues to inch forward.
Oh, he loves to throw that right check hook the whole time. Moves out of the way and comes over the top. Really smart what he did now. Now he went to the other side. So he doesn't have a pattern. It's very important to not do the same thing the whole time, because your opponent might see that and capitalize on it.
And worth noting that Jake Heun really taking this fight only on 10 days notice. Looks to be a little more winded than Davin Clark. Trying something there. Showing him a little bit of everything, and Jake Heun definitely picking up the pace here in the latter part of round number 2 as we go under 90 seconds to go. Oh! And a big right connecting on the chin of Heun, but he keeps standing.
He's
coming forward. Tough chin.
Watch your way in, Jake. Come on. Jake, work your way in. Blast it. Double it already.
There's Steve Mocco in the corner of Jake Heun.
Hey,
American
we got a
top
minute.
team supporting
Jake,
their
we
own.
got a minute. Come. Go for it already. Jake, go for it.
Oh,
Come on, Jake.
that's a hard kick.
Mocco, a World Series of Fighting heavyweight.
Go,
In the corner of Jake Heun, the red corner, as we approach the final 30 seconds of round number 2. And a swinging back fist that time. Davin Clark almost slid to his left right into it.
Yeah, Clark needs to watch out also grabbing that leg. You know, if you grab a leg, you also want to move away from the kick, so it takes the power out of the kick. Because if a
Timeout.
if a leg, you know, you're aiming for a certain part, and if you suddenly move out of the way, the power is gone out of the leg, and then you want to grab it. If you keep standing there, you grab the leg, but the kick is a full hit, that could be a problem.
So Davin Clark basically calls his own timeout. Steve Mazzagatti finds out what it is, and all indication
Poke in the eye.
Inadvertent poke to the eye. As they send Jake Heun into a neutral corner.
Yeah. You don't want to have him close to Javier Mendez's corner.
Yeah, I am.
So Steve Mazzagatti, a referee, is going to bring the doctor in.
I mean, the other way around, of
right
course.
there.
You don't
It
want
was
Clark.
the left hand of Heun, kind of in a clawing motion. As he paused forward right there. Right into the eye of Davin Clark.
I just got poked in the eye. That's it. Is it clear up? You all right now? I'm good. Amount of time.
So the doctor comes in, checks out Davin Clark. He says, I basically got poked in the eye. He's got to make sure that he can see out of both of his eyes. He's not going to send him out there if he's unable to go. Jake Heun playing it, say my bad, and then comes out and fires off that.
Yeah, left hook, right high kick. It's a nice combo.
Final 10 seconds. Wow, and Heun fired up after that rest. Gets Clark to the ground, he bounces back up, and this second round comes to an end with a big flurry.
Hey, man, change it up a little bit on him now, all right? Get to his body, clinch him up. You felt his power, you know what I mean?
Once we were warriors, I think about that when I'm looking in the corner.
And this is right after the stoppage, the final 15 seconds.
that high kick, man. Yeah, I wonder what corner from Clark, Javier Mendez is saying.
But when you throw that three and you backpedal, get to the body. Underhook. Let's finish it.
So here we go with the third and final round of the final fight of the undercard, WSOF 22. Todd Harris, Boss Root, and Steve Mazzagatti in charge of this one. And Boss, I got to ask you, who'd you like in that round?
All right, gentlemen, here we go. Last round. Now bring it on. Come on.
It's a hard one because Heun really powered it up at the end. Oh, now they're going. Final round.
Final 5 minutes. Davin Clark looks to be in great physical condition, not even breathing heavy, and Jake Heun looks to be the aggressor here as they start out round 3.
Yuji just moving backwards, staying outside the reach, moving back and to the side, all these things. Very smart to do.
Wow, good defense by Davin Clark there as Jake Heun was looking for the takedown. Coming right into our front room, Boss.
Yeah, let's see if Jake can take him down now. I have the feeling because he's such a big guy. Nice getting back up here from Clark. He's going again for a double. He's going to pull one right now. He needs to get that ankle too. Because otherwise he can still
A modified body lock here up against the cage.
Oh, spinning elbow. Nice job. Heun is turning it up.
Yeah, he is.
Go, push. You gotta come back. I need you to push. I need you offensive. Follow it up. Gotta push.
Long, nice left uppercut. Good left hand there by Clark. The trading now. Ooh, that's a powerful
If
kick.
you're in the corner of Davin Clark, are you telling your fighter to fire it up a little bit? He seems almost not nonchalant, but just very calm, almost too cool here in the third and final round.
He probably, wow. He probably felt the power of Heun.
Jake Heun coming in big time.
The problem with exchanging punches is that you're in shooting range. I think Clark is dazed a little bit.
Yep.
I think it got to him, and that's why he's got to get the takedown here. Let's see if Heun can keep him on the ground and unload now.
Yep,
like
now he's
doing.
just unloading hammer fist, elbows, everything he can throw at Davin Clark, trying to loosen up that chin, and now looking for something, possibly trying to fish for a rear naked choke.
Yeah, he needs to keep that right hand in there because otherwise Clark is going to roll into him. See, now he's controlling that hand again. Preferably he wants to side choke, looking for it now. Oh, not now anymore. Clark recognized it, moves on his side. Yeah, they have some great, oh, still, he could be in danger for that side choke, but I think he recognizes it, but maybe not. No, he doesn't recognize it, that's it. This could be it, because especially...
That's it, that is it. Wow. Jake Heun
done.
gets it done in the third and final round.
You know, we see them many times. You go like, hey, why doesn't he see that? Well, he just got hit really hard before he went down. You know, the mind is not really thinking clear anymore. And then you miss things. And, you know, if the side choke slips in, well, that's what happens. So it's not like he doesn't know the defense, it's just everything combined together.
Great job by Jake Heun, really the aggressor in the latter part of round 2 after the inadvertent eye poke on Davin Clark. And I agree with you, Boss. When they came together and Jake Heun threw that huge undercut, really seemed to daze Davin Clark.
See, yeah, Clark could have here recognized it already. He should have already pulled it out, that arm. There's no reason being there, the left arm from Clark. He should bypass, as soon as he turns back on his back, he should pass that head. You see, now Heun knows. He's arching his head to the side. He feels the arm is there. Watch, he's gonna look into him. Watch with the neck. There we go. See, now he's leaning into it. He's trapping the arm, so he can't pull it out anymore. And that's it. And he's got a lot of power, you can tell. He's one of these guys, like you said right from the start, you know, he could be a linebacker, you know, even at 205. See what I mean? This is a strong guy.
Jake Heun on short notice representing American top team quite well here at WSOF 22 as he gets the victory. Third round submission, boss. Got the sense that Heun was a little more urgent in his work, not wanting this one to go to the judges.
Yeah, he knew that the first round he probably lost. The second one was 50-50. He really needed to win this third round just to solidify, and then if he can do it by a finish, yeah, of course, that's even better.
We now go back inside the cage. Jazz Securo has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ends with a tap out due to a head and arm choke at 2 minutes and 46 seconds of the third round. Your winner, Jake the Honey Bear Heun.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah,